Now, in light of Youth Month, we continue to celebrate young people who are doing great work in their communities. Today, we are joined by Maseru Madlala, who has turned her love for her culture into a business. She owns a cultural and heritage tourism company, and she joins us in studio to tell us a little bit more. It's good to have you on the program. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you.
Good, it's an absolute pleasure. Now, tell us more about how you ended up being in this field of tourism.
To be honest with you, I wasn't even thinking of tourism, but the power of traveling, get me to that road. I remember I was traveling with my husband to Manchester, UK. It's when I started the love of tourism. Yeah. I remember that day I've asked one of the ladies who was a hostess with British Airways. I said to her, if I want to be an air hostess, what I need to study, and she said I need to do travel and tourism. By then, all I was thinking of is air hostess. Yeah. And then when I was studying the course, there's lots.
Yes, there are so many opportunities in tourism.
Yeah.
So when you started seeing there were lots of opportunities, what kind of opportunities?
When I was doing my second year, it's when I've studied the faculties of tourism. All of them, from social tourism, business tourism, leisure, culture and heritage. And to be honest with you, if you never traveled before, you don't think, you think out of the box. So it's when I've realized that, let me stick on culture and heritage tourism. Yes. Because when I was comparing UK and South Africa these days is so westernized, So we don't do our things, we're not proud of our cultures, and especially tourism wise. Yeah. So I said to myself, let me stick on culture and heritage tourism, because even EU tourists, when they come here in South Africa, they don't want to experience same thing like in Europe, like Hilton hotels and Radissons and Santin, but they want to experience something different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yes, the culture and the lifestyle and the experience.
That's the thing. I mean, when you visit a country, and I feel the same way, it's not necessarily that you just want to go and stay in these 5-star hotels. It is a nice thing, yes. But you kind of forget that, don't you? It's the experience of living a country that you remember. So you call yourself a tourism specialist and a youth development consultant. What does it entail? So what is it that you do?
Okay, for a tourism specialist, I deal with tourism awarenesses. I go to communities because us as Black Africans, we're not into tourism because we don't travel a lot. Yeah. And the word tourism is still once upon a time to us. So I do tourism awarenesses, I describe to them, I discuss with them, and then I do workshops for those who are running businesses as well.
That's fantastic. And talk to us about some of your successes and your success stories.
All right. While I was in the UK, I was nominated to work with the Manchester Heritage Council. Yeah. It wasn't easy though, because it was a white culture, and and I've done very well with them.
Well done, well done. It's so nice to hear these stories, because we don't know what our amazing South Africans are getting up to, and I think it's so nice that South Africa finds out about people like you. Now, last week we commemorated the 40th anniversary of the June 16 Soweto uprisings, and as much as young people face challenges today, would you say that there are opportunities, and maybe that the youth don't take advantage of those opportunities that are there, like for instance in tourism, something you've done?
Yes, it's true. I believe the youth of today, they don't do anything, I don't lie, because the opportunities are out there. And our government, especially in business side, is supporting us for Black empowerment. So all I can say to them, they need to spot the gap in the communities and start their own businesses.
Yeah. Now, and what change would you like to see in your community? I mean, what would you like to see being done differently?
I wish our youth can be in tourism industry, because there's a lot of opportunities, and it's part of economic activities where we can create jobs for ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about your community. How has tourism changed lives? I mean, what is tourism like where you stay?
At the moment, It's
Not
bit
good.
okay. Yeah, it's not good, but bit okay, because when you deal with culture and heritage tourism, it's where you touch youth and arts.
Yes.
You know, you
Yes.
can't tell our heritage apart from drama. So I've got youth in arts, and they're doing very well. And you know, they know now that they've got activities that they are doing, you know, every weekend, from talent shows, festivals, all of that. And then on the heritage side, we've got drama.
Good.
Yes.
And I mean, I think one thing that we've realized throughout this month and chatting to a lot of members of the youth is that, you know, the minute you have an activity or a hobby that keeps you off of the streets, that keeps you occupied, that's when perhaps you don't play around with drugs and alcohol and these big issues that are destroying families and lives. Is it something that you find in your community is a big problem?
Yes, because you know, with the youth, that is why I'm dealing with youth development. You'd want to do something creative. They want to engage themselves in something in order for them to move away from drugs.
Yeah. And this is possibly the right thing. Well, listen, it's really interesting. You keep up the fantastic work that you're doing, and please keep us in touch and updated as well. Maseru Madlala is, she's got her own company, and it really focuses in on heritage tourism, something that I know our Minister of Tourism is very passionate about. Have you had the opportunity of meeting him?
Not yet.
Not as yet.
Yes.
Hopefully in the near future you'll be able to do exactly that and tell him more about the work that you're doing.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to us.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's take a break here on the program. We'll see you after this. Stay tuned.